Hello, my name is Sucket, and we are playing Life in the Village 3. And last time we started trying to upgrade some of our builders' huts to a level 4 and or 5. Turns out we need some prismarine. Now we could go raid an ocean monument and, kill the Elder Guardians and all that, but it seems like kind of a lot. So what we're actually going to do is get into Aquaculture 2. First thing we need is a tackle box. It's just a block of iron and some just normal materials. It's not too big a deal. We're going to want a fancy fishing rod. And about the best we can do is diamond. We don't have quite enough string, so we're going to go get some more. And that was no big deal because we've got our colonists making flax. So here's our fishing rod. We're going to need a few more things. I don't know if we have it. We could do fishing line easily enough. We will need a bobber. Well, we don't need one. We want one. I don't know that we have a nautilus shell. So we'll have to catch one. The other thing that we're going to need is some bait. And that's not very hard to make. It's just planks, fences, and a little bit of dirt. Well, the worm bin, worm farm. It's not bait in and of itself. Now these are just like normal fishing rods. You can enchant them up. Lure 3. Oh, that's fantastic. Wonderful. All we need is a mending book. Now the worm farm works like a composter. There's a little bit of randomness to it. But you can just kind of fill it up. And then with an empty hand, you can right-click and get worms out of it. It doesn't even have to be full. And we'll get enough to get us started. There's better bait than worms, but you gotta catch that. And I forgot, we're also gonna need a hook. There's quite a variety. The nether star hook is the best one. We don't have any nether stars. The double hook is 2 iron hooks, which you just make out of nuggets. This will give you a pretty good chance of catching more than one thing, which is probably going to be our best bet for trying to catch what we want to catch, which is a prismarine bee. Now there's a random chance, we don't need 2 of these, when you're fishing, that a prismarine bee will fly up to you, sting you, and fly off. Now the stinging does not cause the prismarine bee to die, so you can just kind of eat that. You don't want like thorns on your armor or similar. And you gotta be fishing in an ocean, and I'm pretty sure this area over here where the kelp's growing is gonna count. Now what you do, you put your tackle box down, and this thing works like a shulker box. It'll hold its inventory. If you've got a fishing rod in, it gives you some more slots. You can put a hook in, 1 piece of bait, which has a durability. You can put the fishing line in, and here's space for the bobber. You take the fishing rod out, it's got all that stuff on it. And now we're just going to do a little fishing. Now, the thought occurs, we probably could give this rod to our fishing guy, and we might do that once we catch the prismarine bee, because while we can give him the rod, what we can't do is give him a bee cage and have him catch the bee for us. Alright, haven't seen a bee yet, but we did get one of these Neptune's bounties. And these are the best treasure you can get from fishing. So the hoe, very high durability, tilled farmland, always stays moist. This has a joke, it displays in the chat. There's all kinds of Neptunian stuff you can gather up, including ingots. The armor is, as you might expect, especially good for goofing around underwater. Now it's April 1st, and it just occurred to me that I forgot to cash in the daily rewards. I haven't seen... Whoops, not in there. I haven't seen the chat, so maybe we can get it all. No, we missed it. We missed it. We've been fishing for a while. Our bait's probably, yeah. Alright. Now, in swamps and a few other places, you can fish up leeches, which have 30 durability. The worms only have 20. But if we fish out here for a while, we should eventually catch minnows, which are not fish to eat. They're fish to use as bait. They have 50 durability. I think that's the best one. I moved out here to this raft so that we could fish through the night. It does mean a little bit of the colony's loaded, but it should be fine. Pretty far away. So not only does Aquaculture 2 add things to the fishing loot table, we also have like Croptopia that adds a bunch of stuff to the loot table, so we might be out here fishing for a while. Okay, this is weird. These are all neon cuckoo bees. They're gonna die out here. I don't know what's up with that. I don't even know where they came from. We're looking for... Yeah, here we are. We're in a deep ocean. It said deep water. So we're gonna see what happens if we do a little fishing out here. Oh! Immediately! We're gonna let it sting. Oh, that's a sponge bee. That's new. It didn't look like a prismarine bee. That gives us sponges. That's awesome. Okay, yeah, we got that like immediately. Let's see. Let's see what else. Come on. Here we go. There's another sponge bee. We really only need one. We'll keep fishing. Okay, we got 2 sponge bees this time. I'm beginning to think that... Oh my gosh. I'm beginning to think that the mod might have changed a little bit since 1.16. I'm beginning to think we might need to go to a cold ocean. Okay. I think I hear villagers. Yeah. This place is cool. Got those sweet create windows. Must be from... Oh, oops, I thought that was a regular door. It must be from that integrated structures mod. Now look at all these guys. I assume they're part of this structure. It looks like there's also a village here. How do we get in here? Well, you know, if it's a create structure, or it has create stuff in it, yeah. Very nice. Sorry, buddy. Let's see what all we have. Okay. Easy there, buddy. All kinds of things, huh? Wait, what was the book? Okay, multi-shot. Let's go inside. We got a supplementaries clock. All kinds of things. This is great. Bunch of iron, if we needed any iron. Which we do not. Looks like this might be the main room. Very fancy, very fancy. What it doesn't look like is in these loot boxes are buddy card packs. Uh, Buddy cards is in the pack, I think. Yeah. But we're gonna have a hard time getting into it if we can't find any cards. Ah, here we go. Laggy as the day is long in here. What we got here? Strawberries. And I'll take that too. Anyway, we checked out regular deep ocean. We got more sponge bees. So we're gonna eventually load our way to a deep cold ocean. Try our luck out there. You know, the world loading problems are annoying, but if you look right down there, we might see it again. There's a giant squid. Yeah, you see it moving? A giant squid down there. Anyway, we've found our way to the deep cold ocean. Let's see how we do. Whoops, I thought that was a fish. Okay, we're in a deep cold ocean now. More sponge bees. We'll give it another few tries. We're almost at the deep frozen ocean. And there's can I get out of here? Won't let me out. Let's see. Yeah, we're just lagged out, that's all. Okay, I don't know why everything's so laggy today. Sure is, though. Okay, there's another mine colonies ship if we needed that for some reason. Let's see what's down here. Ah, here we go. That'll take us to a buried treasure eventually. And I think here we are. Good old deep frozen ocean. And we got whales. Very fancy. And we should be able to just stand right up here and do our fishing. So I'm sure we're out of bait on our rod. Alright, let's see what we can do. Sponge bees. All right, maybe we'll just keep trying for a while, see what happens. It's at least one sponge bee every time. Sometimes two. And it's getting old. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but we found the buried treasure. Now those kitty slippers that were in there are very valuable. It means as long as we're wearing them, creepers will oh, for crying out loud. Creepers will treat us like we're a cat, and they'll just run away. And we're gonna head back home. Okay, our next option for Prismarine is create related. This is about haunting. Now, what we need is a little bit of soul sand or soul soil. I guess we have soul sand readily available. Now, very early on in the series, we made this fan. It used to be that you could power contraptions with them, but that's no longer the case. What you can do, though, is apply rotational force to it, and it will blast through air, right? Now, if we were to get some soul fire here, you see these blue particles? That is how you haunt, I believe. Never actually done this. What we want to do, come on, is haunt a bunch of lapis. As we could see in JI, that we have a chance of getting some prismarine if we do so. So we'll just throw it all down there. We can see the blue particles. I guess we'll see if anything happens. Oh, it sure looks like it. Yeah. So we got a couple of crystals and a whole bunch of shards. We're gonna do that one more time. Alright. So what we want to do, what do we want? We want dark prismarine, a prismarine brick, all of that, just for, okay. Yeah, we can make all the dark prismarine we need, and finally ready to proceed. And our journeys aren't done. We need some black stone. I thought we had our quarry bees producing it, but we do not. So we're gonna have to jump back into the nether and grab ourselves some. I totally forget what it's like in here. Here we go. Just take a whole stack's worth, why not? Another thing we're gonna need to upgrade that builder's hut, and we gotta do it. We can't upgrade to level 4 other buildings until we upgrade the builder's huts to level 4. So everybody at Remington's standing around doing not very much. But I believe we can turn grass blocks into soul soil, which is... Whoops. Oh no, we're in the right place, which is something else that this guy over here is gonna need. So haunting, very useful, saving us a lot of digging around in the nether. Okay, Maud's finished upgrading to Builder's Hut level 4. So she should be able to upgrade these other houses to level 4. Remington is still working on the warehouse. And I believe this guy is supposed to be working on his builder's hut. Let's go down and check on him.
I'm going to do my best to work for you.
Yeah, you better. Well, he took all the torches down. That's usually a sign that he's up to something. And then we might as well queue up Remington's hut so that we can get it to level 5. And the level 4 Norris house isn't too different from the level 3. It does use these shingles and some more stone bricks, but not very recognizably the same house. Level 4 warehouse is done. Used so many bricks. Just so many bricks. We're going to want to upgrade this and the town hall to level 5 to make sure that any basements they might generate won't interfere with where we want to dig out our new base. Now to do that, we'll have to get Remington at least, if not the other two, up to level 5. Remington's finished with the warehouse. Hopefully he'll work on his builder's hut next. Remington's finally working on a barracks tower. Can't wait to see what these things actually do. So this is it, I guess. It connects to this thing here, which was already built. Don't know what it's gonna do. Well, it's done. Let's take a look at this thing. Oh, okay. So it'll have a worker assigned to it. We can turn creeper off, just like on the guard towers. And maybe it'll recruit more guards, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, and he's going right to work on the other one. Okay, cool. Now I've been steadily researching what we can. Unlocked a bunch of these. I found something that looks like it might be important. Yeah, this will unlock the smeltery. I like the sound of that. Looks like the barbarians have 2 sets of fires going this time. Hopefully they won't be too much. Oh, they're coming too, aren't they? Alright, I think I have their attention. We found ourselves at an impasse with our barracks hut upgrades. We're actually going to have to cancel this build. We need wooden gates. And the only place to get them is from a mechanic's hut. So let's see, where's the main block here? Here we go. We have to cancel the upgrade. And to get the mechanic's hut, we're gonna have to research something. Okay, we'll need a blacksmith's hut to get the mechanic's hut. And that's what we unlocked with hitting iron. So let's see what's involved in making a blacksmith hut. And it's just wood, iron, and the build tool. So that's good. Alright, here's the blacksmith. We'll have to get this up to level 3 to get the machinist so we can make the gate, so we can upgrade the barracks, so we can... Caden's finally done upgrading his builder hut to level 4. Oh, it's like all lanterns now. Oh, there's
I could help you with that.
there's additional second stories. Yeah, this is all different. Oh, cool. Let's check out the downstairs. Got a lectern. Alright. Definitely a bigger basement. We're gonna need some purpur. Come out here to the end. We're gonna have to gather some up. I haven't even gone through one of these yet. We're out here. We haven't gone to an end city or done anything like that. Maybe we'll explore around just a little bit. Got one of these mods that adds end biomes. Oh, looks pretty cool. Oh. Little bugaboos. Cool. Alright, it doesn't look like there's an end city in the immediate area, so we're just gonna head home. And we lose a lot of miners. We just lost another miner. Junior Cotton. Finally met his end. So what we're gonna do... Supposedly, whoever goes to work in the graveyard will, once we level this up, will be able to run and grab graves. Oh, build tools back at home. I always do that. It's one of those things, like, sometimes it's convenient when things keep your inventory. Sometimes it ain't. So, let's see what we're talking about here. We're gonna... what do we have? We've got Nordic and Spruce. We're gonna go Nordic. And let's... oh. There's like a big pool of water or something. That doesn't look like... that doesn't look like... that looks like a boat. Do I have a boat on me or something? Let's try that again. Graveyard. Okay. Now we'll go for Nordic. Okay, that looks a little more like... well, you know? Of course, a Nordic graveyard is a big ship. So, we're gonna go medieval spruce. Let's see just what we're dealing with here. Oh, I'm in a hole. I think it might be... yeah, I think we want to move it like this. We could actually get it a little closer over here. And not be in bad shape. Oh, wait a minute. Is that... okay. So that's about the size of it, huh? Oh, alright. And we got a level 5 builder now. I think this is as high as it goes. Yeah. Let's take a look. Oh, very fancy down here. All kinds of blocks. And let's go up to the second story. The archer Colby Barnes has died of an arrow. Poor Colby. There must be pillagers about. Alright, so I fired all the librarians. They took other jobs. I guess what you do with that, the library, is for raising adults' intelligence. Now, I'm betting that Angelo here is now an enchanter. Let's see.
I could help you with that.
What's he do? Yup. Wonderful. Okay, what does he want? Please configure some workers I can drain experience from. I'll work on it. Let's see. Gather targets. I think we want to gather from the chicken herder, from the miner, the cowboy, and the fisher person.
Work.
And he needs a book. This here is the level 4 version of the Norse Tower. Looks pretty cool. Little sea lantern up here for lighting. Not bad. Okay, and we have a shepherd too. Very, very good. And I think we're gonna call it here. We made a lot of progress today, but we got a long ways to go. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.